Hey guys, hopefully you are all doing well. Prime Collections here. Well, I'm officially finally back. I was supposed to be back about a week ago, about 9 days ago. Unfortunately, my daughter decided to give me double the presents. So I had talked about the fact that I had a stomach flu, which kind of took me out of action for about 4 days. Right after that, I caught her head cold. And this thing was a combination of the flu, of a hurricane, and a really big pile of rotted meat all thrown into one. It was probably the worst cold I've ever had. It actually, right after the stomach flu, it actually made it so I lost 25 pounds in almost like 10 days, which isn't good at all. I couldn't eat anything, I couldn't drink anything. It was definitely a scary situation. I am happy to say that I am feeling definitely better, but I'm still not out of the woods in terms of this cold. I still have remaining symptoms, and I'm just happy to be back here with you guys today. I want to talk about a couple things that were announced yesterday, as well as I want to share with you guys stuff that I've acquired while I've been sick and I haven't been able to share with you guys here. So let's not hesitate. Let's not wait any longer. Let's get into the world of Funko today. And I'm just happy to be back here with you guys. So let's get straight into these things. Yesterday, we had pretty much what was announced, basically this year's Funko Palooza announcements. Usually when they do like Palooza or Funko Palooza, we usually see a lot of different artists announced. And yesterday was no different in terms of musical pops. First of all, we had Bon Scott announced, who is the lead singer of AC/DC. This is very cool because this resonates with me because this is a band that I listened to growing up and still listen to today. The band AC/DC in general is an amazing band. They've done great things in the world of rock and roll, and I think that this is an amazing looking pop. I think they've nailed this out of the park, and I'm just excited to see this one when it is finally fully revealed in person. We also got George Clinton. This one was interesting because George Clinton isn't one of those recognized artists that you hear a lot of people talk about. But if you saw him, you would know exactly who he is. And I think that they did a great job representing that in pop form here. I think it's very easy to know who this is, and I'm very excited to see them actually delving into certain artists that necessarily aren't in the mainstream as much. We also got Usher. I don't know if they've done an Usher pop before, but if not, this is a good first one. This looks like it is straight out of his Yeah video from 2004. The exact outfit in terms of his Angels baseball cap, the white t-shirt, the blue jeans, and the white tennis shoes. I think they've nailed this one perfectly. So Usher will be coming out soon. We also got Corey Taylor from Slipknot here in kind of like a metallic form. It's going to be a Hot Topic exclusive, which is actually available for pre-order over at Hot Topic now. And we also got Papa Emeritus the Fourth from the rap group Ghost. I don't know a lot about these guys, so for me, there's not a lot I can say, but it is a very interesting piece. And from what I've seen from these other pieces concerning this group, this is right alongside with those there. We also got two Michael Jackson pops. If you notice stuff with Michael Jackson, it always goes up in value, and I think this will be the kind of the same thing. We've got a Bad cover album, which I think is amazing. They did a great job representing the outfit he wore during that time. And we also got him in his classic white outfit from Smooth Criminal. And I think that they did a great job representing that here. Both of these, you immediately tell who this is. They're iconic outfits, and I think that they nailed these Michael Jackson pops. We also got another two additional actual music covers, in that we got U2 with their ninth album here, side by side with the actual album and the band in itself. And then we got Soundgarden as well. Both of these are unique. Both of these represent the bands very well. And I've always really liked these platinum album pieces where they have the album next to the four pops represented in like those two case formats. So it's very cool to see those here. My true standout out of all of these, though, honestly, is going to be Janis Joplin. Not necessarily the common, but the black light variation that's going to be a Funko Shop exclusive. I think this one, like the Jimi Hendrix they released a while ago, is a perfect representation of not only her, but the time in which her music was very popular. I think this one will sell out immediately because I think it's a very good representation of the character. I think it will definitely be the more sought after of the two variants, and I think it is definitely the standout out of all of these Pop Rocks figures. And if you are a person who does collect Pop Rocks, let me know down in the comments below which of these you are going to be acquiring and adding to your collection. And my big talking point of the day is, has Funko kind of started to learn from some of the mistakes that they made last year, and are they finally improving certain processes? Now, what I'm talking about specifically is protecting higher end, more expensive pops. If you look at a lot of the poppin' bags when they first came out, they were really successful. They were selling out like hotcakes. They were limited to 3,000 people pieces, and people were wanting them. But then all of a sudden, they just stopped selling out. And they would be on the website for days and days and days. And you're wondering, why is something that's limited to 3,000 pieces staying on the website for so long? Well, the reason for that is that people were spending over $100 and getting their pop in bags, and they're specifically collecting for the pop, not necessarily for the bag, depending on who the person was. And the pop was coming in damaged. Boxes were being crushed, smushed, cracked, whatever you wanted to say. These were coming in terribly and like in terrible condition. And Funko was doing nothing to replace these. And people who are spending hundreds of dollars don't want to continuously do that, especially if they're a collector who's an inbox collector who wanted the pop to be mint, and then they got, you know, some of the pictures we've seen. With that being said, Funko recently announced a 3,000 piece pop and bag. It is Jasmine Diamond Collection with kind of like the palace as like the bag behind her. The doors open up and she can kind of go inside the bag. I thought that was a really cool aspect. Now, if you look at the actual details here, they've raised the price of the pop and bag. I believe the pop and bag used to be $105 and now it's going for $125. Why would they raise that up $20? It seems almost inexcusable. Now, there's a reason behind that, and I think that the reason here is in these fine details, which I'm going to read for you here. And the backpack dimensions are as follow. It's 8.25 feet wide by 11.5 feet height by 4 inches of depth. And if you go down just a little bit further, it says final figure is approximately 4 inches tall and comes pre-packaged in a premium plastic pop protector. That is possibly the biggest thing that I took away from this, is the fact that they were making those art series pops, and now they are purposely going to be putting these more limited pieces into the hard stacks and hopefully plastic wrapping them so that they are, you know, completely mint. If that is the case, my question is this going to be a process that we are going to be seeing going forward for more limited piece pops, i.e. the NFT pops, i.e. the boxes of fun, that kind of stuff? Because there are always stories when these limited piece pops come out of people receiving damaged product. And unfortunately, when you are a collector who looks at not only the figure inside, but the box as well as a part of that collectible piece, it does matter if it does come damaged. Plus, the fact is there's very limited piece counts on a lot of these NFT and box of fun and so on and so forth pieces. I hope that because they are now starting to put the pops from the pop and bags in these plastic protectors, that is the case going forward for a lot of their other products that are limited piece counts. People don't want to receive damaged stuff, especially when they're paying hundreds of dollars to go ahead and acquire these things. So hopefully going forward they do this. I don't think it's necessarily worth the $20 increase in price, but I think they're trying to find a healthy balance in which they can afford to do this and, you know, basically look at their investors and go, hey, this is the kind of money we're putting into it, so blah, blah, blah. But I am liking the fact that we are seeing these limited pieces be put in these protectors so that when the consumers do purchase them, they come to them in mint condition. Now, with that being said, guys, I have been sick for like the last 2 weeks, and I did get some stuff in that I have, you know, that I have opened and I did want to share with you guys here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. So first of all, recently I had back ordered a couple things from Child's Collectibles and those finally came in. One being this Luffy Gear 4 here. I actually never had this in my collection, so to actually have it now is amazing. I've been slowly acquiring stuff for my One Piece collection, and this one was definitely one that I had been looking at for a long time. Even before I started collecting One Piece, I thought that this pop was amazing, and just to be able to have it now is really sick, and just it came in great condition, as Chalice usually does. And also, I acquired the Pain Almighty Push Glow in the Dark. I had the Pain Pop and Tea combo from GameStop. but I did not have this one, so to actually have this in my collection is very cool. And I finally got both of the Chalice Collectibles exclusives that when I first started collecting, I actually looked at and said I will eventually have these one day, so to actually have them in my collection is very cool now. And as I stated, guys, I am adding more One Piece stuff to my collection. One of the ones that I needed to get was an older piece, and that is Crocodile there from that, like, I want to say the second wave of One Piece stuff, maybe the third. He is amazing looking. I love the sand in his hand. This actually came way of Entertainment Earth. They are starting to ship out some of those older One Piece pops, so if you have not pre-ordered those yet, or you don't have those in your collection, I would do that now, because there's a better than even chance that they are going to get stock in, and that will probably be the last of the original stock. So if you have not gotten the original One Piece pops, I would definitely say head on over to Entertainment Earth and do that now, because they are starting to ship these out, and I'm just excited to have him in my collection. And then I had to get this. This is actually part of that new One Piece wave, and that is the Roronoa Zoro. Kind of the just a common. I already had the glow in the dark Enma one, but I wanted to get this one as well, and just to be able to have it is just sick. I thought he looked really cool, and I'm just happy to have him in my collection. Now, this next thing was actually bought for me by a friend, and I really appreciated that. And this one, the box was damaged, but I didn't care, because this is a pop that I've been wanting to add to my collection for a while, and I knew if I would take it out of box, because I was never going to get rid of it. And that is Sasuke versus Naruto, the anime moment. I was just so shocked when he pulled this out and he ended up getting it to me, and I was like, are you kidding me? So I've been waiting to actually share this with you guys opening here on camera, and I'm just excited to be able to, like, take this out. Wow, that came off. Wow, that was really smooth. Oh man, oh, I'm excited. Wow, that's sick. Oh, that's so cool. Oh my gosh. This is something I've wanted since I first started collecting, and I always missed out on the restock, so to actually have this in my collection, I'm blown away. Look at that. Oh, that's sick. It's got the cracking in the side here, and he's got like the waves. Oh, here's that for you guys there, so you guys can kind of see that. Get like a full view around there. Oh, that is cool. And that is actually from their last fight at the end of the series. And I'm just so stoked to have this in my collection. It's going to be a great piece that I will get display out of box. I do display some of my stuff out of box, and this one I am proud to say that I am actually excited to display this out of box. And thank you so much to my buddy for getting this for me, because this thing is just so good looking, so cool, and I'm just happy to have this in my Naruto collection, because man, this thing is awesome. But yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for me today. I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm finally back, feeling better, not so sick as I was, and I'm happy to be able to be putting out content again. I want to talk to you guys about those potential upcoming releases, as well as that talking point of that protector for those limited piece counts, as well as share some of the new stuff I got with you guys here today. So thank you so much for sticking around through the entirety of the video. I truly appreciate that. Thank you to everyone who reached out to me while I was sick to check on me, to make sure I was doing okay. I really appreciate that, guys. You have no idea how much that meant to me, so thank you for that. And as always, I will see you guys later, and I truly appreciate it.